Okay. Yes, once confirm if you can hear my voice and see my screen. Please confirm once. Fine. So in the previous class, what we have done, we have tried creating style components. We have introduced CSS to the Lightning Web Component so that it will look in a user-friendly manner. Okay, for that, what we are using the Salesforce Lightning Design System. Salesforce Lightning Design System, in shortcut SLDS. Okay, if someone says SLDS, it means a Salesforce Lightning Design System. Okay, SLDS is a CSS framework that provides a look and feel that's consistent with Lightning experience. It means if you use SLDS, so the simple point here is, okay, let me create one more tab, login.salesforce.com. See, the simple point is already Salesforce is giving us some ready-made components to use. Okay, so if you are using the ready-made components which are provided by Salesforce, okay, this is having a certain look and feel. This is having a certain look and feel. If you create a new application or new component, it should also follow the similar structure, then the end user will feel comfortable. So Salesforce, while building these components, what type of CSS it has used, those kind of CSS only if we replicate, then it will not look odd like this. It will be in sync with these things. For that only Salesforce is giving us this SLDS. SLDS is a framework that provides look and feel that's consistent with Lightning experience. Use SLDS styles to give your custom Lightning web components a UI that is consistent with the Salesforce. It means already whatever UI that is provided by Salesforce Lightning experience, that is also built using this SLDS. If you also build something new using this SLDS, it will be a seamless experience wherein the end user will not feel uncomfortable. It will be smooth experience for the end user. For that reason, we prefer to use the SLDS which is provided by Salesforce. And you no need to reverse engineer. Like, see, for example, currently I am seeing this block. Okay, what he has done. So this we can do by inspecting. Okay, so we can inspect this and we can go deep into this and we can analyze and we can understand. We no need to do all that trouble also. Salesforce is saying that you no need to reverse engineer and you no need to identify exactly what they have done, because those things we are giving you ready made. Just use these things so that you will be comfortably using all the features and give seamless experience to the end user. Basically what we have in SLDS, we have, okay, in SLDS what we have is base lightning components. There are some base lightning components like lightning button, okay, lightning button, lightning card. These are base lightning components. Lightning button, lightning card, like this, so many base lightning components are there. If you can achieve your business requirement through the base lightning component, yes, it is very good, use it. In some cases what happens, if the base lightning component is not sufficient to satisfy your requirement, in that case you can go with the different variations. So within the base lightning component, there will be so many variants. So use such variants to satisfy your requirement. If that is also not sufficient to satisfy your requirement, then you can use design variations. Of course, if that is satisfied, first we will use the base component. If that is fine, okay. Otherwise, variations. If that is also not giving you the expected output, then you can go with the utility classes. Like class, so the example of utility class is this one. Class SLDS, M left medium, M right medium, like this. So many utility classes are there. So if you just use that class, already the CSS relevant to that is present inside that. You just use it. Okay. So that is the utility classes. If that utility classes is also not sufficient to satisfy your business requirement, then you will use styling hooks. If styling hooks are also not satisfying your business requirement, then you will go with your custom CSS classes. Okay. So every time you should not start with this custom CSS. First, you should think what existing lightning base component I can use. If that is fine, okay. If that base lightning component is exactly not satisfying your requirement, the second thing that you need to look for is the variant in that base lightning component. If that variant is fine, okay, happy, you can use it. If that variant is also not sufficient to satisfy your requirement, then you think of utility classes. If the utility classes are satisfying your requirement, that is good. If the utility classes are also not enough to satisfy your requirement, then think of styling hooks. If the styling hooks are not satisfying your requirement, then only you should think of custom CSS. Okay. Until then, you should not write your own CSS. First, you should reuse these components, because these will give you a uniform user experience. Okay. Otherwise, what happens in one place, it will show in a one way, in another place, it will show in a different way. End user will get confusion. Okay. So after using all the above, if still you could not achieve the output that is expected by the business, then only you will go with the custom CSS. And whenever you are writing your CSS also, you should not change the any existing code provided by this uh, any of the base lightning component or any of these. First we started with the base, then variant, and then utility classes, and then hooks. So you don't touch any of these things. Whenever you are writing your custom CSS also, you just overwrite, you just try to implement your functionality without overriding the existing code which is given by the Salesforce. Okay. Okay, fine. So that is what we have done in our previous class. Okay. But if you are whenever create custom components with Lightning Design System blueprints, so Lightning Design System will give us blueprint using which we can do. Of course, we will discuss in detail about these things. But the points, what you should start with, and what is the next one, what is the next one, what is the next one. Is this clear? Just to make a note of this. Okay. Tell me what is the first one. First, we should try to use the base lightning components. Okay. If that is not satisfying your requirement, then you should think of what? Variants. Variants of the base lightning components. This is the second one. Once if that is also not working, then we should think of what? Then we should think of utility classes. If this is also not working, tiling hooks. If this is also not working, custom CSS. Yes, code you will write. So in this order, you should think always. Fine. Shall we go to the next topic? Okay. Now, base component design variations. In base component, what are the different variations that you give, and based on the variations, what is the output that you are going to see? Yesterday, of course, we have seen this. Okay. See, if I am using button, this is neutral button. How it is looking? Brand button. See how it is looking. Outline button, see how it is looking. Inverse button, see how it is looking. Destructive button, see how it is looking. Text destructive, see this one. This is success. Okay, disabled buttons. So what is the difference between all these things? See, the difference is, show code. See, first one, let's go. Okay, see here, button, normal SLDS button. Okay, SLDS button neutral, SLDS button brand, SLDS button outline. So just by changing it, you are getting the different things. Of course, we can see this in different place also. Let me. So we can actually, in our previous example, what we have done. Okay. So here, just we have used lightning button variant equal to destructive. Just if you write that, that is also sufficient. Okay, lightning button variant equal to destructive, it is coming in destructive. Lightning button variant equal to success, it is coming like that. Either you can give it in this way, or you can use the class, anything is fine. Okay, so basically how to use this. So you no need to remember all of these things. Okay, just to go through the examples, that's sufficient. Whenever situation comes, at that time you need to refer this and you need to do it. Next, let's discuss about the style components using lightning design system styling hooks. Okay, SLDS styling hooks makes it easy to customize component styling and express your brand. Why you want this different styling? Because for a specific brand, there will be associated color. Okay, see, in the previous examples, I think I have shown you like Shell Petroleum. Okay, so they always this follow this yellow red combination. Wherever you go in every page, that yellow shade will come. See, yellow shade is coming. Yellow, wherever you go, that yellow theme they follow. Wherever you go, they follow that yellow theme. Okay, see here, yellow. Okay, yellow red buttons are in red color. Okay, see everything yellow red. Okay, red. Okay, see here, yellow buttons. Okay, for example, if you go to HP Petroleum, HP petrol pump. See, HP, they follow red and blue. Wherever you go, you will see that red and blue combination. Okay, if you open the Apple website, see, wherever you go, that white theme, white and black and white theme. Okay, black and white theme you can see. Like this, for every specific, website, for every specific business, they have their own styling. Okay, so for that way, and at all places you need to follow that similar kind of thing. Okay, so that's why this styling and all is very helpful for branding. Okay, SLDS style SLDS styling hooks makes it easy to customize component styling and express your brand. Styling hooks provide CSS custom properties that corresponds to SLDS component blueprints and design variations. To customize an SLDS style, declare a corresponding custom property in a component's style sheet. You can use the custom properties to style base components and custom components. Okay, so how we will do and all we will see. To change the styling of a base lightning component, first check to see whether the component has design variations. To change the spacing of a component such as alignment, padding, margin, or even its typography, check design system utility classes. If these techniques don't work, then use SLDS styling hooks. So first of all, you should try with the variants provided, and then you should try with the utility classes. If those things are not helping, then what you need to do, you can give style hooks. Style hooks, what they will do, they will help us in changing the existing base variation style. So this style hook, once you write and wherever you want, you can use it. Okay, a style hook is a placeholder in the SLDS style sheet. For example, where, see this one, where in the bracket hyphen hyphen SLDS hyphen C badge hyphen color hyphen background comma this color I have given, which enables you to customize the style using the corresponding background CSS custom property. A CSS custom property corresponds to an SLDS component blueprint and its design variations. For example, okay, so this custom property corresponds to the button blueprint with the brand variation. So if we click on this one, so basically with the button, you have button blueprint. Okay, let me close these two things once. See here, to create brand button, add SLDS button class to the SLDS. The brand color tokens can be overridden for theme specific usage. Okay, so by default, brand button is giving in blue color, but I don't want this blue color brand button. I want brand button only, but in different color. Okay, so then for that, what we are going to use, see this one. We are using this styling hooks. What styling hook will do? Brand button, what it is giving me, it is giving me in this blue color. This is the default branding color of Salesforce. Okay, default brand button color is this one. But if I want to change the color of the brand button, then I need to use the styling hooks. Component level versus global color styling hooks. Okay, so you can update the styling only specific to a component, or you can update the styling globally. So in your entire application, wherever you use this button, everywhere it should give you the same color, or only at a specific place you want, that you can decide using this one. SLDS C means enables you to update the properties in a specific component. SLDS G means global. Okay. Component level styling hook example. So see this one, button class SLDS button, SLDS button brand. Okay. And for this one, what we are doing, we are giving post SLDS button brand, background color, border. Okay. Brand. Okay. We can, this is also, as I told you, either you can give in this way or you can give in this way. Of course, we will do this practically, then you will get more clarity. So here I have written button brand variant and directly I'm using this. So let's do this one. Okay. Let's go to our example. Okay. So here button lightning button variant destructive label. I have given this one, right? So here button brand I will give variant. Okay, so instead of destructive, if I give brand for both, let's see the difference first. Okay, so first I need to save this. First I need to connect this. Salesforce symbol is not coming now, so what I need to do, control shift P, authorize an org. First I need to authorize. Okay, okay, authorization successful. Now what I want to do, control shift P, I want to deploy the source to arc. Okay, deployment also successfully completed. So now I'll go here, I'll go to developer console. Okay, and in the developer console, okay, already it is ready available, so just click on preview. So now what I have done, so I just gave brand, so both the buttons are coming in the same way. So now what I want to do, I want to give some extra css to this. Okay, so now this I need to give. So what I need to do here, I need to right click, new file. Okay, render multiple demo dot css. Render multiple demo dot css. Okay, so in this css what I am going to write now, see here, this is the general. So who this is orange I'm putting. Okay, save. Okay, after saving, control shift P, deploy this to the platform. So wherever brand button is there change the color to orange. So now let me go and refresh this. See how this change got applied. Okay, here if I give red, control S, control shift P, authorize, sorry, deploy this, deploy source to R. Now go here, refresh. Okay, see now red is coming. Is this clear now? So what is the purpose of our styling hooks? Okay, okay, okay. Now I will give you a small task. So just write down styling hooks as a heading. Okay, and write down this point. Okay, along with this you include this point also, this point and this point you write down. And yesterday you have already implemented this code. Okay, for that how I added this code, similarly you also need to add this code and you need to verify. I want you to do it in your system. Okay, first let me copy this and put it in the chart window. Okay, please make a note of this one and this one also. Okay, and then this one also I want you to make a point. Okay, and see the output. When you see the output, you make slight changes, see the differences, then you will get more clarity. Okay, do this quickly. Guys, you got the output? You made the changes? Got the output? Or you're still struggling? Please confirm me whether you got the output or not. Fine. So now let's move to the next one. SLDS blueprint. Create a component from SLDS blueprint. If you cannot find a base component for your use case, find the closest SLDS blueprint to help you build your own custom component. First, we assume that you have exhausted the list of available base components in the component reference and you cannot customize the styles on the base component with the styling hooks to meet your requirement. Okay. So first you try to verify if there is any component ready-made available for my requirement. If that is not available, then what you have done, you tried variations. Even different variations also didn't help you. Then what you have done, you have used styling hooks. Okay, even that styling hooks are not helping you to achieve your specific business use case. Okay, then what you can do, you can take the blueprint. Okay, and using the blueprint, you can build whatever you want. Okay, start from the base variation. Let's say you want to create a scope notification. Okay, and there isn't a corresponding lightning web component for it. Start with the base variation of SLS blueprint and build from there. First, copy paste the responsive base variation markup. Replace the icon with the lightning icon in base component. First, confirm me whether the previous one, have you seen the output? Because if you don't have clarity on this itself, if we go to the next one, it will unnecessarily create confusion. So that's why first you should understand this one. Okay. Okay, I think I'll do one thing. I'll just give a overview of a blueprint design, RR, CSS, and then I'll go deep. That I think that will help. So if the styling hooks are not helping you, then you can take the base component blueprint, and on top of that, whatever changes you want, you can make it. That is how to use the blueprint. Design tokens. Using Lightning Design System design tokens. Design tokens are named entities that store visual design attributes such as margins, spaces, fonts. All these things you will store at one place and you will reuse that. Okay. Design token means. Okay. See, LWC spacing small. If you directly use this, the respect to small, everything will come. Okay. These are known as design tokens. Next, we have Aura design tokens, SLDS design tokens, Aura design tokens. After that, CSS styles. Style components with the CSS style sheets. To bundle a set of styles with a component, create a style sheet with the same name as the component in the components folder. Okay, we know that. Okay. The style sheet is automatically applied to the component. If you want to style a component with one or more style sheets, configure the style sheets static property. So the point here is, here I have created a component, Lightning Web component with the name render multiple demo. If I want to apply some CSS to this one, I need to create with the same name .css. Then only it will be applied to this particular component, right? So to bundle a set of styles with a component, create a style sheet with the same name as the component in the components folder. Okay, this we know and we have done already. The style sheet is automatically applied to the component. This also we know. Okay, if you want a style, if you want to style a component with one or more style sheets, okay, then in that case, configure the style sheets static property. So you can only have one style sheet in a components folder. So the point is, in this style, in this component render multiple demo, you can have only one CSS. You cannot create one more with the same name, right? So with the same name, you can create only one. But if I want to use different style sheets, then what I can do? Then what I can do is, you can only have one style sheet in a components folder. Style sheets use standard CSS syntax and you can use most selectors. A style sheet can import style rules from multiple CSS modules. Import style rules. So importing style rules, how this works, I will show you. Importing style rules, how it works. Okay, so share CSS style rules. So what I am doing here, import namespace hyphen module name, import C hyphen CSS library. Okay, so with this, what is happening is, we are able to import the CSS whichever you want to import. To create a consistent look and feel for Lightning Web Components using a common CSS module, define styles in the CSS module and import the module into the components that you want to share styles. You can import one or more CSS modules. The imported style rules are applied to the template just like non-imported style rules. So other CSS, how it will work, similarly it will also work. The point is, here you can have only one CSS file. If whatever you want to write, if you write here, that is one thing. Otherwise, what you can do, you can import the CSS by giving the namespace and module name. Okay, by giving the namespace and module name. See, this one is the basic one. See, CSS library dot CSS like this. Create a Lightning Web component that contains a CSS file and configure the file. So this is what we can do normally. But here what I am doing is, okay, import a CSS library. Okay, so my component is the name of my component. My component.html, my component.js, my component.meta, my component.css. So if you want to write your code, you write it here in the my component.css. If you have lot of CSS that you want to include, then what you can do, you can create a new folder called CSS library. Inside that folder, you can create CSS library.css. Okay, and css library.js.meta.xml, and then for this one you write the content of the CSS, you write it here. Okay, and here is exposed this one. This is the CSS libraries meta file. Okay, and then in your my component.css, inside that what you are writing, you can write your own code here. Along with your code, you can also @import c/css library. It means you can use the code that you have written here in the my component.css, as well as you can utilize the code that you have written in the CSS library as well. So like this, we can import CSS from different folders, different CSS styles you can import. Okay, so different CSS styles you can import. So this is my parent HTML, parent CSS, child HTML. Okay, child. Of course, I will do the examples and I will give you more details in the next class. Just I'm giving you the overview, what we can do with the styling hooks, what we can do with the blueprints, what we can do with the design tokens, what we can do with the aura design tokens, what we can do with the CSS style sheets. Create styling hooks for your components. You can create styling hooks for your components. Okay, we can create styling hooks wherever we want. Anti-patterns for component styling. Anti-patterns also we will see. Anti-patterns. Anti-pattern overriding SLDS classes. Okay. Anti-pattern, what to do, how to do, we will see. Next, share CSS style rules. At one place, you will write the CSS for one component. See, like simply here, I am using this render multiple demo. Inside this, I have written a CSS. I want to use the same CSS for another component like sample 5. I create another Lightning Web component. In that component, I want to use this CSS. So that like that. So one components, styles you can utilize somewhere else using this import namespace module name. Okay, so this is all about CSS. Of course, you try maximum whatever you can do. Okay, so already what I have given you the examples, that also you try, the new things also you try. Tomorrow I will practically show you all these examples which we have not covered. Okay, after this what we are going to discuss, is composition. Composition means here we will decide like where we want to display, what we want to display. Okay, set properties, data flow, this is very important, how data is flowing from one place to another place, call methods, slots versus data, all these things we will discuss. Then fields and properties, this is also one of the important thing, you need to understand this. Next, JavaScript. See, so many things. We are first we covered the HTML. Then we are in CSS. After CSS, component. I mean, meta file related stuff. After that, JavaScript related stuff. We need to understand the fields, attributes, all these things. Reactivity. Okay. After that, JavaScript related stuff. Okay. How to share the JavaScript code from one component to another component, all those things. Next, we will discuss with working with DOM. What is DOM, shadow DOM, light DOM, all those things we need to discuss. Access Salesforce resources, static resources, SVG, all those things, how we can use. Component accessibility, and next, life cycle hooks. So styling hook is different, life cycle hook is different. So that's why we need to have a clear picture on the styling hook and life cycle hook. We will understand the difference between these two. Okay. So till here, we need to cover these things. After that, we will focus on the communicate with events. So using events, how we can communicate from one component to another component, from Salesforce Apex class to this Lightning Web component. So that communication we will see. And here working with Salesforce data. So I want to query some data using my Apex class from the account object, and that I want to display here in my Lightning Web component. For that, what are the things that you need to use? Lightning data service. This is one of the things using which we will be able to connect to Apex and database and get the data. So we need to understand deep into this one. Once this is done, then we are done. Okay. So, okay, targets, already we know a basic idea of targets, but if you want, you can see where I want to display my Lightning Web component. Okay, so that also we will see. So we are here, guys. CSS. Today I thought of completing, but I didn't get proper response from you. I want you to quickly execute it in your system so that I can move to the next one. So in tomorrow's class, my target is So today is Friday, right? Okay. In tomorrow's class, tomorrow Saturday, we have class, and the class will start at 9 a.m. and it will continue till 2 p.m. Sorry, to afternoon 2 p.m. Yeah. So be prepared. Of course, I'll give gaps in between, but we need to take an extended class to cover the syllabus. So CSS composition, okay, along with fields, okay. At least these three we should complete, okay. JavaScript we can see in the next class. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. By Thursday or Friday, by next coming Thursday, I think I will be completing your syllabus. That's my plan. Okay, fine then. Thank you very much, guys.
Recording